Because the solutions of inequalities like x is less than 3 are too numerous to list, it is helpful to make a drawing or graph that represents all the solutions. Graphs of inequalities in one variable can be drawn on the number line by shading all points that are solutions. Parentheses are used to indicate endpoints that are not solutions, and brackets to indicate endpoints that are solutions. An alternative notation uses open dots to indicate endpoints that are not solutions, and closed dots to indicate endpoints that are solutions. Let's take a look. To graph the inequality x is less than 3, which is saying 3 is not included here, we'll use the parenthesis, and we want all solutions or numbers that are less than 3. So we will draw a solid line to the left of 3 and put an arrow on the end to indicate that it continues infinitely towards negative infinity. Again, the parenthesis is our notation to show that 3 is not part of the solution, but every number immediately to its left, smaller than 3, 2.9, 2.99, and so on, are values that are true or solutions to this inequality. The alternative notation would have been to put the open dot at 3 and our line with the arrow to the left for our solution. In this next example, we have x is greater than or equal to -1. In this inequality, we are including -1 in our solution. To indicate that, we'll use a bracket, and we want all the x values that are greater than -1. So this time it'll be all the values to the right of our bracket, and an arrowhead to indicate that it continues infinitely towards positive infinity. The alternative notation would have been to put the solid point at -1 on our number line, with our line continuing infinitely towards positive infinity for the solution to this inequality. The last example, we have an inequality which can be read -1 is less than x and x is less than or equal to 2, or it can be read as x is greater than -1 and x is less than or equal to -2. For a solution, both of these conditions need to be met. X must be greater than -1, so we'll put a parenthesis at -1, and greater would mean values to the right of -1, but at the same time we also have to have values of x that are less than or equal to 2. Because we're including 2, we'll use the bracket to show the inclusion. X less than or equal to 2 are values to the left. So our solution that satisfies this inequality is this region indicated with the graph. The alternative notation would have been to put an open point at -1 to show we are not including -1, but all values greater, less than, or equal to 2 with the closed dot.